Like, what kind of impact has 20% over the last 90 days? What kind of impact has that had for you?
That's a great impact to know that your money is actually working for you instead of just sitting in a bank account where you'll only get like 4 or 5% over the whole year.
Let me just ask like a couple of quick questions. Like, how long have you been a client with us at ATN?
It's been about 3 months.
Okay. How are you
Mhm.
feeling about your experience so far?
I'm pretty happy. Yeah. I would say realistically, if people are on the fence about it, if you have the money to do it, then to just take a risk on it because it has been worth it.
Love it, love it. Do you mind if you can pull up your screen? We'll just look at like what the last 30 days has looked like for you.
Yes. One sec. Okay, so here's my screen. Here's my account. This is the
Nice.
balance. And we started off with 100,000. This is the realized profit and loss, and then that's the fee paid out to the trader. So what's cool about this is you can actually view what's going on, like how these trades are done, and you can look at a history. So just today, we've done a couple trades. $10, $10, $10, $7, $8. And I like to look at this right here. If I can find it. I like to look at the highest profit trades and then the lowest profit trades. And you just realize like there are losers some
Mhm.
days, but it all balances out. I mean, this isn't like you only win. I think it's about like a 70-30 split on average of winners versus losers. But you have more winners than losers. And overall, 20K in 3 months is pretty awesome. Off only 100,000 too,
Yeah.
which is, you know, really insane. So very happy for sure.
Love it. And so in the last 30 days, what would that like actual percentage equal out to for you?
About 20%.
Oh no, I'm sorry, the last 30 days.
Oh, the last 30 days? I actually am not sure because I don't remember what it was at the beginning.
Mhm.
Probably like 6 or 7%. I think we started off, I started off with like 112 maybe at the beginning of the month. I'm not exactly sure because I don't remember where the balance was
Right. That makes
beginning of the
sense.
month. But it's if you average it out over the last 3 months, it's like 6%
Yeah.
average per month.
And I know that you've had considerations of putting more funds in, and we just had a long conversation about what you're going to do as far as capital allocation and things like that. But in the meantime, like, what kind of impact has 20% over the last 90 days? What kind of impact has that had for you?
That's a great impact to know that your money is actually working for you instead of just sitting in a bank account where you'll only get like 4 or 5% over the whole year. So, I mean, everyone knows inflation is way more than that. You kind of need to look into something like this if I think in these times it's a bigger risk not to do something than to actually do something about what you're doing with your money and just letting it be eaten away by inflation.
Yeah, no, I think that's what Mark Zuckerberg said. The biggest risk is not taking any risk, but it can be scary for a lot of people, and we've had a lot of clients and a lot of prospects, people that are prospective clients that have had negative experiences, like I have with losing more than six figures when it came to e-commerce and things like that. So there's a reason why people are still a little bit gun shy, but again, there's the reality is still the same. The inflation is still going up, cost of living, all of those things are still happening. So the statement that you made in terms of not doing anything is probably more harmful than trying something that could actually work. So what's your strategy, right? Like, do you have like, are you just letting it compound is what it looks like, or are you pulling out profits every
I'm
once in a
not pulling out any profits. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it compound.
while? What's your ultimate goal? Like, you trying to get to a certain dollar amount per month, or you start trying to get to a certain account size? What's the goal that you have?
As long as it's working, I think I would just let it sit there for
Mhm.
years and years is actually my strategy with it. So whatever that ends up being, is what that will end up being. But I kind of just have a set it and forget it kind of attitude with it.
It's funny because of course the whole thing is about passive income, right? And that's a big part of what we kind of lead with and talk about. But it's because the compound interest is exactly, everybody understands the exponential growth. The fortunate thing that we've been blessed with is the people that are resonating the most with this opportunity are the ones that we wanted it to land with, which are either high level employees or, you know, high level entrepreneurs. And those are people that they don't necessarily need additional capital monthly right now, but they have that longer time horizon to where they can let it build for however long they feel it's good for them, and then they can pull from it or do whatever they want at that time. So what do you, in your eyes, like, what do you like the most about what it is that we're doing here with ATN?
It's definitely the personal communication, the you're super generous with your time, being able to just reach Julio at a moment's notice, the updates, you guys are working on new things. You really feel like you're part of not just like some get rich quick scheme or these guys are just here to take your money. Like these guys actually care about what's going on and they see the bigger picture, because I've grilled Aaron like from every direction I could think of. So there's always risk with everything in life, but at least if you're going to take a risk, you're taking it with people that actually will answer the phone, that will actually, you know, show up and aren't just here just to honestly, like the most things nowadays, people just take advantage because they can. And that's definitely not the case from everything I've experienced here.
And that's what we want, you know, for our current clients, of course, to understand, but also, again, prospective clients that are just like on the outside looking in, that they can't really make a full determination until they do try and do see it, or they just watch for a while. And it's great because, and that's why, like, this isn't our first communication and it won't be our last. We're going to constantly do updates every 2 or 3 months, or whatever it'll be, to, you know, have that case study, the full case study of how things have gone. But it's just great to, of course, have, you know, interactions with our actual clients, see how they're doing, what are they experiencing, and kind of what exactly can we do in the future for better results or longevity. So that's excellent. So every 30 days, I talk one-on-one with my clients, and that was their experience. If you want to learn more on how we help our clients earn 60% or more per year, then click the link in the description below.